You believe you are in control of your life. You believe your thoughts are yours, your decisions are rational, and your actions are chosen. But what if that is not true? What if the person you think you are is only a surface, and beneath it something else is thinking, choosing, and reacting for you? Sigmund Freud introduced a disturbing idea that most people still try to ignore. The human mind is not ruled by consciousness, but by forces hidden beneath it. Your awareness is only a small fragment of who you are. Beneath it lives a deeper structure, one that does not ask for permission and does not care about the image you try to maintain. Freud described this hidden structure as a constant conflict. On one side, there is the ID, the most primitive part of you. It does not think about consequences. It does not care about morality. It wants pleasure, relief, satisfaction, and it wants it immediately. On the other side, there is the superego, the voice of rules, expectations, and judgment. It tells you who you should be, how you should act, and what must be suppressed. And between these two forces stands the ego. But the ego is not what most people think it is. It is not a master. It is not a controller. It is a mediator, constantly trying to keep peace between chaos and control. And in doing so, it creates one of the greatest illusions a human being can live under, the illusion that you are acting logically. Because you are not. You feel first. You react second, and only then do you begin to explain. The mind does not make decisions and then act. It acts and then creates a story to justify what has already happened. This is why people believe they are rational, even when their behavior is driven by emotion, fear, desire, or unresolved tension they do not fully understand. But the most dangerous part is not the impulses themselves. It is what the mind does to hide them. Freud called these mechanisms defenses. They are subtle, automatic, and almost invisible. They reshape reality so that you do not have to face what is uncomfortable. You deny things that threaten your identity. You project your own flaws onto others so you don't have to see them in yourself. You rationalize your behavior so that it always appears justified, even when it is not. And over time this becomes our reality. You are no longer seeing the world as it is. You are seeing a version of it that protects you. A version that keeps your self-image intact. A version that allows you to continue without confronting what is actually driving you. But what you avoid does not disappear, it moves deeper, into the unconscious. And from there, it begins to shape everything. Your relationships, your fears, your habits, your decisions. You may believe you are choosing your life, but in reality, you are often repeating patterns that were formed long before you were aware of them. This is why people sabotage themselves without understanding why. This is why they are drawn to the same kinds of situations, the same kinds of conflicts, the same kinds of people. Not because they want to suffer, but because something unresolved is still active beneath the surface. And the mind will continue repeating the pattern until it is seen. This is the real danger Freud pointed to. Not that you have darkness within you, but that you are unaware of it, because what remains unconscious does not stay passive. It becomes your behavior, it becomes your reactions, it becomes your life, and you will call it personality, or luck, or fate, but it is none of those things. It is the part of you that you have never confronted. And the more you avoid it, the stronger it becomes. The more you deny it, the more control it gains. The more you try to appear in control, the less control you actually have. This is why awareness is not comfortable. It requires you to question your own motives, to look at your reactions without immediately justifying them, to admit that not everything you do comes from logic or intention, but from something deeper, older, and often hidden. Most people will never do this. Not because they cannot, but because it is easier to live inside the illusion. It is easier to believe that you are fully conscious, fully aware, fully in control. But the cost of that illusion is your freedom, because you cannot control what you do not see. And until you begin to see what is beneath your actions, your thoughts and your patterns, you will continue to live a life that feels like it is yours, but is quietly being shaped by something else. Freud did not offer comfort, he offered a mirror. And what that mirror is not always pleasant, but it is real. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it, because the moment you become aware of what was once hidden is the moment you begin to take your life back. If this made you question something inside yourself, then you are already closer to the truth than most people ever get. Subscribe to Perpetual Echoes for more explorations into the hidden structure of the human mind.